This is Andy Tomlinson. When ensuring what's important to you, our agents are there when you need us the most. Tomlinson Insurance, for the best coverage at the best cost. Visit us online at tomlinsonins.com to learn more.
First off, could you tell me a little bit about the history of the chamber?
Oh, sure, yeah. Our chamber's actually got a pretty long history. We've been in existence here in Lancaster and Fairfield County since 1897. We started out as kind of a Lancaster Business Association, a group of business operators back in the day. Got together and created an association to help attract business to our community. Eventually we became the Lancaster Chamber of Commerce in the 19-teens, and then later on, eventually the Lancaster Fairfield County Chamber of Commerce, which we've been for multiple decades now.
All right. And do you want to talk about businesses first or events first?
Yeah, we can talk about businesses.
All right. Tell me about some new businesses or what's happening downtown, some things you're excited about.
Yeah, so our downtown has had really a vibrant revitalization over the last 10 years, and it continues. We've got a couple really exciting projects, maybe some of the biggest projects we've had in town in quite some time. We have what we call the Shoemaker Building, which is a restoration of a 3-story warehouse / manufacturing building. It was once a shoe factory and then later became the Essex Wiring Company, but it's been sitting vacant for a while. But it's going to be a mixed-use facility that is going to have retail on the bottom floor. It's going to have a couple Airbnbs, and then the second and third floor will be market rate high-end apartments for downtown living.
Awesome.
And a company called Urban Restoration is the group working on this, and they're doing a fantastic job. They're cranking right along, so we're really excited to see that project come to fruition. We've got another group working on another mixed-use facility that's going to have some co-working space in it, some entertainment attributes to it as well, and that's coming online here within the next year or so. Logan, can you think of anything else?
Yeah, and I think that the work that Destination Downtown Lancaster has been doing the last 10 years, Deborah and her team have really kind of spearheaded some of those efforts with the vibrancy and the growth here recently, not just the businesses themselves, but some of the events that they've had, like Chocolate Walk that they just had last week. It's a good way for people in the community to engage with businesses that they may otherwise not be able to, or even think about engaging with. So that's a good opportunity for them and the community. Art Walk is always big downtown, but as far as businesses go, there's been a bunch of new businesses here lately, especially within the last 5 years. I think, Double Edge and O'Hood's and Ale House, those have been some of the pillars, among others, that have really spearheaded some of those efforts. And then here recently, you got Witt's in Lancaster and Triple P's new panini place downtown. That's already looking at expanding as well. So there's always been new businesses, seems like year after year, and they've shown continued signs of improvement. So I think at least here in the downtown area, you've seen a lot of growth, and we're seeing growth in other parts of the town too. We're seeing it up around, with the new Sheets development up there on North Memorial, and all sorts of other businesses moving in and making improvements along the way just outside of downtown. So obviously the downtown's the heart of Lancaster, but we're seeing that continual growth beyond that as well.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
What about outside of Lancaster and the rest of the county?
Yeah, I was just going to address that. Yeah, we are seeing growth. There's a tremendous kind of need for more housing in our community. With us being a contiguous county to some of the projects that are going on in Licking County with the Intel project, it's been highly talked about. But we have some of our own projects as well. They're still working on finishing up a Google data center here and just outside of town and contiguous to our industrial park. We've got some major warehousing projects going on in the northern part of our county, up Route 33 as you get closer to Franklin County. And really there's some exciting projects that continue to be worked on, and we're seeing growth throughout the county, so it's an exciting time.
I'm going to ask you to elaborate a little bit on one of those things. What's the expected impact of the Intel plant on Fairfield County?
Yeah, so if you've ever seen some of the presentations that are going around that talk about the impact to just Central Ohio in general, Fairfield County falls within one of those, they kind of draw rings around the project, around Intel, and they say, this, inside this ring is within 10 minutes, the next ring is 20 minutes and 30 minutes. So we're pretty much, most of our counties within about 30 minutes of the drive, or 20 minutes even of the site where some of these jobs will be. So we expect that Fairfield County, especially the northern part of Fairfield County, will be a desirable place to live for a lot of people that are commuting to the Intel factory. And so we expect a lot of growth there. We're already seeing a lot of growth, and home prices go up around the Buckeye Lake area, which again is pretty close and accessible to a lot that's going on in Licking County. We're seeing growth throughout the county in terms of housing and the need for that. So I know the county just completed an overall kind of strategic land use plan for the county, which highlights some of the uses in the different areas of the county and how they plan to develop those areas.
Tell me about some of your events that you have coming up.
Sure. Logan, I'll rattle off a couple of these, and if you want me to.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Yeah. So we're just kind of coming off a fairly extensive spring event season.
Our busy season, if you will.
Yeah. And so we've got one more big event, which I'll let Logan talk about here at the end. But we started back in February with our State of the City address. We have almost 300 people for that. Where our mayor gives an address about what's going on from the city standpoint and the city of Lancaster standpoint. We also participate in a Fairfield County Safety Fair. It's part of our Fairfield County Safety Committee and safety program that we have through the BWC. We hosted our second annual local civics bee competition. This is a partnership with the U.S. Chamber of Commerce. Their foundation has provided some grant dollars and a program that allows us to put on a civics bee in our communities to kind of increase the knowledge of civics within our youth, if you will. Kids submit essays, which are then graded and ranked, and we end up dwindling down to 20 finalists that participate in a live civics bee. So that's been very cool. We've got 3 kids moving on to the state competition later this spring. We also do a State of the Schools address, which we just wrapped up a couple weeks ago. We've got our Fairfield Leadership Program wrapping up this next month. And then I'll let Logan talk a little bit about our annual dinner and trade show that's coming up.
Yeah, so that'll be coming up on Thursday, May 9th. It's our biggest celebration of the year. One of the biggest business-related events in Fairfield County each year. Starts off with our annual trade show at 4:30. It all takes place at Fisher Catholic High School. During the trade show, we've got about 100 vendors, all members of the chamber, basically showing off what their business is and what they're all about. People from the community can come and check it out, get little freebies. I call it adult trick-or-treat, more or less. You get free pens, free anything, depending on what the vendors have to give out. But it's a great networking opportunity. Like I said, 100 vendors, almost 300-400 people in attendance for that, all within an hour and a half. So kind of like mega speed networking in a way. Yeah. But people enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. And then after that, we lead right into our annual dinner at 6:30 that evening, also at Fisher Catholic in the main gym. We got tickets on sale for that. If you're a member of the chamber or would like to be a member of the chamber and would like to participate in our events, lancoc.org is where you can find membership application information. And if you are a member, you can sign up online. Again, that's lancoc.org. Under the events tab, you can find the annual dinner and trade show information there, and that's where you can get signed up.
It's also an exciting event as it kind of puts the capstone on our year. Mm-hmm. Although it is in May, it's not really the end of the year, but we do have the opportunity to recognize some really great people in our community that are giving back from some service awards as well as safety service awards, and of course our large and small business of the year award, which is always a popular one. So we're going through the process of identifying those recipients this year, and so we always like to take time to celebrate with our members and some great businesses and great people.
Yeah. And is becoming a member of the chamber just as simple as going on and filling out an application?
Yep, pretty much. So we've got a member application online. And of course, you're more than welcome to call the chamber office and reach out to one of us directly just to learn more. We got some information here at the office as well. But yep, the process starts online with member application. You go through, fill out information, and then Cheryl Barber, who's been a tremendous resource for us, she's our member services director. She'll reach out, see what tier of benefits, what package works best for you and your business, and go from there to become an active and involved member. So lencoc.org is where you can find that information. You can give us a call, 740-653-8251, or stop in here at the office. We're in downtown behind the Sherman statue.
Awesome. That's all I have for you guys.
All right.
Awesome.
Thanks for the opportunity.